Hi everybody, I was just researching just a few minutes ago and I found out about some things and it kind of puzzled me a little bit. I was looking into cream cheese and come to find out that Kraft Company acquired and mentioned that the Philadelphia cream cheese was invented by this guy named William Lawrence. So I got to thinking about that, and it kind of bothered me a little bit because the story, the way that it's told, is that William Lawrence was actually in a barn one day, and it was a dairyman and a Swiss man in the barn, and they were talking. And so William Lawrence says that he, happened to be looking through a keyhole in the barn and overheard the conversation on how to make cream cheese. And he went home and he made the cream cheese, and now he was like known as the inventor of cream cheese. But I have a problem with that because my great grandmother, Betty Lou, mind you, and they say we look alike anyway, she told me a completely different story, and it went like this.
What you doing?
Nothing. Well, I'll let you make the decision, but for now, we're going to go ahead and get started with making my wonderful Philly Wellingtons. They're awesome and make a great presentation, so let's get started. Okay, one reason on why I'm making these Philly Wellingtons is because I'm having a dinner party, and I thought they would be awesome to serve because, Wellington, beef Wellington itself has like this big name, and it makes it seem like it's this really big dish, but it's a really simple dish actually, and it does have a great impact and bursting with flavors. And Philadelphia cream cheese, I had to put a spin on it to use Philadelphia cream cheese in it, and wow, it is an awesome spin. It's totally different than any beef Wellington you ever had. And like I said, Philadelphia cream cheese will be used in this recipe. So what I've done now is I'm getting my pan. That is an assortment of mushrooms that I'm going to be sauteing in this, but I'm going to start first with my shallots and my onions. So they're going to go in first, and then I'm going to add in the shallots, the onions, the garlic. It has ginger, thyme, fresh thyme. I have a couple of sprigs of thyme that I've taken off and I put them here, salt and pepper, and then I have prosciutto, I have cream, and I also have Marcella wine. Now all of these are going to be fused together, and man, I'm telling you, this is going to be the filling that's going to go inside of these Philly Wellingtons, and I'm telling you, these are awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and saute all of these things together, and what I'm going to do is saute them down until it gets like super dry almost. So I'm going to cook it all down and infuse all these flavors together, and then we're going to move on because, like I said, this is the filling that goes inside of these Wellingtons, and man, are they awesome. Okay, next I'm going to add in 4 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese and the Marcella wine, which is going to help me to deglaze this pan, which is what I'm getting ready to do now. Deglaze it with the Marcella wine and the Philadelphia cream cheese. And then I'm going to add in the heavy cream as well. And I'm going to let this cook down until it's almost dry. Okay, the first process in the second process in making these Philly Wellingtons is we have to sear our meat on all of the sides. So what I have done is I have put some olive oil in the skillet, and I just drizzle some on top, and what I want to do is just sear all of the edges of my steak. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I season them with salt and pepper, and now I'm searing them to lock in all of the juices. And I'm going to sear all 4 sides for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Okay, the next step in completing this process is I've added in some olive oil back in the skillet after I've sauteed all the meat on each side. And I'm also going to add in the onion, and I'm adding in the mushrooms. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to saute this until it's almost done, and then I'm going to deglaze the whole pan with a cup of red wine. And then I'm going to let that reduce to a fourth, which is almost all the way gone. And then I'm going to add in my bell peppers, my beef broth, my Philadelphia cream cheese, and then I'll also add in some green onions at that point. I want to add those last because I wanted to keep its shape. That's the reason why those are being added last. But anyhow, I'm just going to go ahead and saute these down, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, now I want to add in the beef broth. And what is really going to set this dish apart is the other half of the Philadelphia cream cheese. You want to add that in. And oh my goodness, when I say this is rich in a rich, creamy broth that's going to be right underneath our Wellingtons when they come out of the oven, oh my God, it's just awesome. I also want to add in the bell peppers, and then I also want to add in the green onion. And I'm going to leave some left over because I want some in the broth on the plate as a garnish. So that's what we're going to do next, is just cream all of this together, bring it down, let it cook down a little bit more, and then it'll be ready for when the Wellingtons come out of the oven. So it's going to be awesome. Okay, the next step into making these Wellingtons is I have taken the puff paste, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to actually, depending on the size of your steaks, that's the size you want to cut. I have two pieces that are kind of small, so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to leave one size regular. Now what you want to do next is you want to take your filling, and you want to put your filling in the middle, which is that wonderful mushroom mixture that we made earlier. So you just lay that flat, and a nice little bit there, and then you take and you nuzzle your steak right in the middle of it, right in the middle. And then all you're going to do next is fold all of your edges in, like you're going to make a pocket for it, and make sure you just seal all your edges. And that's all you're going to do, is just seal all your edges. You're going to lay the seam side down on your baking sheet, and then brush it with some egg wash. And egg wash is just an egg that you've beaten and you've added a little bit of water to it. And it's going to brown up and be very golden and pretty. And that's all you do in order to make these wonderful beef Wellington pockets. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to finish putting my nice wonderful Philly filling inside of it, the rest of these, and I'm going to put them on the baking sheet. I have the oven preset for 400 degrees. And then what you want to do, if you don't have one of these, you might want to get one, because this is a big handy dandy tool. It's a thermometer, and you stick it in and it tells you if it, depending on if you want it medium, well, or rare, you would just stick this in on the side, and then it would give you that temperature on what you want. And I do have all the different temperature settings listed below in the ingredients, but again, this is a very handy tool that you may want to pick up just to make sure that you have your steaks in the right temperature that you want them to be in. Okay. Well, everyone, this is my dinner for my dinner party, and I'm telling you, it is a beautiful, beautiful table. And I know my friends are standing over there actually waiting to eat, and I'm taping this video. So I'm going to go ahead and try it for you guys just so you can see. Oh my goodness, how awesome this is. Oh my God, guys, this right here, the creaminess, the richness that Philadelphia cream cheese brings to this dish, I'm telling you, they really need to change beef Wellington, because Philly Wellington is much better. Oh my God, this is awesome, you guys. Hey, I want to thank you for watching. I really enjoyed you guys being here. You have to tell me what you decide on that story, though. But thank you guys for watching again. Thank you, Craft Foods. Thank you, Paula Dean. Thank you, ladies of Philadelphia. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.